An update now on a story we brought you a few months back. A program in Lake County that provides life-saving medication, little to no cost, was about to shut its doors.
That was back then, and the director lost funding and spoke with our Jesse Schultz to get the word out. Well, after that story aired, the call for help was answered.
Sure was. Thanks to a generous donation, the Prescription Assistance Program can provide medication to hundreds every month for a bit longer. Jesse Schultz has more.
For the past few months, Joel Lucia has been racked with worried for the hundreds of people the Prescription Assistance Program serves each month. Just about ready to tell them he would not be able to help anymore.
You could hear the fear in their voice that they couldn't afford it. We were keeping them healthy or keeping them alive.
84-year-old Lucia and a few volunteers receive excess medication from other agencies and distribute it at little to no cost to people who need it. But the agency funding the annual cost of the program, about $65,000, told him they couldn't afford to anymore.
We tried several other avenues. We tried the health district, we tried the Board of County Commissioners, and nothing was coming through.
And after Lucia felt like he had exhausted all of his options, just days away from throwing away life-saving medication, he prayed for a miracle. And of all places, the congregation here at Advent Lutheran Church in Mentor, they answered it.
To be completely honest, the first time I heard about the Prescription Assistance Program was after your story.
Steve Bond is the pastor at Advent Lutheran, and call it divine intervention or just good timing, but the news of the closure made its way through the church.
We as a congregation actually ended up with some extra funds that we had already decided that we wanted to use outside of the church.
Denise McClanahan, the president of the congregation and retired pharmacist, knew their $30,000 donation would be put to good use.
Without them, some people would not survive that. So he is doing a service that's critical.
In Lucia's hands.
She says, Joe, I think we can keep you alive for a while. And oh my golly, if I could have reached through that phone and kissed her, I would have done it.
It's a saving grace for the program, allowing the doors to stay open for another 6 months and giving the gift of time to secure more funding.
I was so happy that, I don't want to get emotional here. 735 people will have access to their life-saving medicine.
Pastor Bond wants to start a movement in Lake County.
My hope is that if we get the word out that this exists, that the funding will continue to come in.
And Lucia, well, his faith has been restored.
When everything else fails, maybe we all turn to God.
Reporting in Lake County, Jesse Schultz, News 5.